Yes guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome to the George Benson football channel. It's not the usual office setup. We have got these mics again. I hope they're actually going to be working. And I've got a dodgy haircut since the last time you guys saw me. I'm in a different country. It's been a week of basically just recharging. And there's some great news across the board. We've got another international break where Chelsea don't suffer copious amounts of injuries. If anything, we have got everybody fitter, healthier than when we went on international break. Reece James is back in training. Lavia's back in training. I want to talk to you guys about that and the impact that's going to have on the Chelsea team, the squad, the manager moving forward. And then as well as that, I think we need to talk about Thomas Tuchel taking over as the England manager, because to have Chelsea doing so well and have a manager who's brand new, who's got a spark, who we're enjoying watching the football, we're winning games, we're doing well, and then to have Thomas Tuchel as the England manager, I can't just say that and have it be the only thing that we discuss, even though we don't really make England videos here on GBFC. But first things first, let's talk a little bit about Reece James being back in full team Chelsea training. For me at the minute, with Reece, there are loads of different avenues that we can look down. We could say last chance saloon. We could say that even though, yes, he's the Chelsea captain, the injury record has just been so big for the past 2 years. He's the highest paid player at the club. Is this the right time for Reece James to be at Chelsea? If he keeps getting injury after injury after injury, I understand that for some, it seems as though there is a point where you just have to draw the line and be like, okay, you're never fit, you're always injured, we can't be paying you this much money. And I think for Reece, I can't even begin to imagine, because I'm not a sports athlete, I'm not a footballer, I can't begin to imagine how frustrating it must be for Reece James being a player who, when he's fit and healthy, which obviously is optimum, it's what he wants, he doesn't want to be injured all the time. People seem to sometimes think that it's always a choice of the player to get a new injury or to get a reoccurrence of an injury. For Reece, he knows he's got all of the ability in the world to be the best right back in world football, to be an incredible Chelsea captain. And he is a brilliant Chelsea captain, because he's one of the best players that I've seen come through the academy in many years. When Reece James is fit and he's running down that right wing or that right hand side, Chelsea are a better team when we have him in the team. Yes, there are the occasional petulant moments where he lets his head go on the pitch, and ideally, we don't need that on top of all of the other games that he misses through injury. But Reece James being back, if he can stay fit, particularly when you look at the next 4 league games that we've got flipping Manchester United, we've got Arsenal, we've got Newcastle, and we've got flipping Liverpool this weekend on Sunday. So we need our best players available for every single game. And that leads us to discuss here Romeo Lavia, who is also going to be back in training. He looks fit and healthy again. And the big question mark, and I want to know your thoughts on this in the comments down below, because I've not posted for about a week, but from the videos that we saw and that we posted and made last week, a lot of you guys have been leaving the comments about, should it be Enzo Fernandez? Should it be Romeo Lavia alongside Moises Caicedo in the middle for Chelsea? Now, I'm going to give my thoughts on it again here, because international breaks, Enzo's out with Argentina, Lavia coming back from fitness. The question is, which player, first of all, is going to be fit enough and healthy enough to ready to go into a battle in a game like this at Anfield on Sunday? It's not ideal to have Enzo Fernandez on the way back from South America, ridiculously long flight, inevitable jet lag, and in need of recovery. And then you've also got Lavia, who we've not seen alongside Caicedo as much. And I think Maresca will also be looking for some kind of continuity, because we're not losing matches. Yes, we struggled against Nottingham Forest to break the side down, but I almost think that when you look ahead to that Liverpool game, we're almost better suited to play against teams like that. We're better suited to play against teams that we could potentially counter, depending on how Liverpool go at us. It's a bit different now under Arne Slot. They seem to be a lot more secure, a lot more maybe reserved at times, to not give away so many clear chances that they did last season. So they've made massive progress. This is the hardest game that we could be playing right now. So is it Enzo Fernandez or is it Romeo Lavia? I want to know your thoughts conclusively in the comments down below. I mean, conclusive is probably the unfair word. But in my head at this point of the week, and I'll be doing my preview either tomorrow or the day after, I don't think you can take Enzo Fernandez out of the team for a match of this magnitude right now at this point under Enzo Maresca. So, let's talk now about England's new manager, Super Thomas Tuchel. Now, I'm going to get it straight out the gate here. I'm absolutely flipping buzzing with this as a Chelsea fan, a Tuchel fan, and an England fan who has been through everything that, if you're English and you're older than me, I've been through everything you've been through and you've been through a bit more. If you're younger than me, I've been through a bit more than you. And if you're 30 years old, the same as me, it has been 30 years of hurt. And look, as an England fan right now, I think the only thing that we want is a win, is a trophy. The World Cup, the Euros, but the World Cup obviously is the holy grail. It's the be-all and end-all of sport. It is the best, the most iconic trophy that any footballer or football fan or sport fan can feast their eyes on. It is the creme de la creme. And when it comes to knockout football, which is, again, I think in my 30 years of being a fan of Chelsea and England, I think the one thing that England struggle with will beat all of the teams in the qualifiers. We'll beat your San Marinos. We'll get you 6 goals against Andorra's, no problem. We'll get all of the wins that we need against the weaker sides because we should do, because we're flipping England, right? But as soon as it gets to the meat and potatoes of a major competition, we don't have what is needed of a team that have the guidance that you can only have and prepare for knockout football. And look, I can understand, but I don't get why there's such an outcry. I get it, some people are patriotic to the point where they just want an Englishman to be the England manager. But surely, if you love football, and you love England, and you love winning trophies, and you want to win trophies, you cannot look at this appointment and think, ambition by the FA. Okay, this guy's got a good track record. Might not be the long-term manager that's going to stay at the club for 5 years and win your league after league after league. Might not be that guy. But look at what Thomas Tuchel did. I almost said Maurizio Pochettino. Look at what Thomas Tuchel did with that Chelsea team. I've got sweat pouring down my face right now, but this is what we do for the vids, for the GBFC. We're back after a 6-day little hiatus. But what Thomas Tuchel brings is a pedigree. When you look at the quality and the calibre of players that England have available to them in this squad, it is absolutely insane. This England team shouldn't just be content with 1 final, 2 finals, losing, couple of semis here. That is not what this squad that we have, and with the ages and the way that they're playing at the best clubs, the way that these players have been playing together and seemingly just get it, but we were just that one step away. Cole Palmer is England's best player, and he doesn't get a single start at the Euros. That is the kind of level that we're dealing with. Thomas Tuchel is a manager who knows absolutely everything there is to know about grinding, about getting a win in any way, shape or form. Sometimes playing great football, but pragmatic and dogged. And that is everything that England have been missing. So, as a fan of Thomas Tuchel, as I said, I was gutted when he left, but I could understand it, but it's whatever. But now to have Enzo Maresca, a manager that is very endearing so far to me, very endearing to a lot of Chelsea fans, and the man that won us the Champions League managing my country, I don't really think it gets much better than that, to be quite honest. But anyway, short video from me today. We're going to get back into the flow of things properly. I'll be back home this weekend in the studio. I'll be live for Chelsea versus Liverpool. My preview will go out before that game, either on Friday or Saturday, because I believe the game is on Sunday, isn't it? But anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. Thanks for all the love and support on GBFC. It's been nice to take a little break while there's not been too much to talk about. It's better to do that than just take a little few days off or go on a little holiday or whatever during the season when we've got Conference League, League Cup, Premier League, massive run in ahead now. So let's lock in for it. Thank you guys for watching this video. Smack a like if you enjoyed yourselves. Subscribe if you are new. Come on, you Blues.